Stuck in the consulate, 221 delays. What is the solution? I know that a lot of people who go for stamping, it's very hard to get an appointment for visa stamping. And once you go to visa stamping, they issue 221G. Sometimes they don't even request any of the documents. And this is causing a lot of family separation. Sometimes you may even lose the job. And sometimes this is very hard on you financially. What is the best solution for it? Now, Stephen, let's say, for example, I have an H-1B approved and I go for stamping. I get 221G and they are not adjudicating. It's been 30 days, 40 days, and they're not adjudicating. Do you have any solution for it?
Yes. Yeah. So we've started suing on these 221G delays when there's a couple of different issues that we're looking at. Like Rahul said, the 221Gs where they just check a box saying administrative processing and don't request any documents are great cases. The DS5535, when they issue 221Gs for that, are great cases. On the H-1B side, when they ask about project documents, great cases because it conflicts with some of our previous litigation. We could sue on 221G delays.
Explain to me a little bit more, Stephen. What do you mean by if they ask extra documents there for the 221G and we provide the documents, yet they have not adjudicated? What is the right that you have?
Yeah, so unfortunately what we've seen is the 221Gs are kind of a black hole. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 3 months, it could be a year for them to process those 221Gs. And our opinion is that some of these 221Gs are given for unlawful reasons. And when you have delay for unlawful reasons, they're per se unreasonable delays. And so I think these are good cases to bring when you're facing these problems because you've got to get back to work. You've got to come back to the U.S. and get back with your family.
What if I applied for H4 visa only and I got a 221G? Now, can we sue the USCIS?
Yes, depending on the circumstances and what the 221G is for, happy to take a look at it. But yeah, if it's one of those cases that we just discussed, you've got a good case for suing the government on that 221G.
You're telling suing the government as if that it's so easy thing. How many times have you taken individuals to the federal court? You look very young, Stephen.
Yeah.
For me.
So various benefits.
You didn't answer my question. How many people have you taken to the federal courts?
Thousands. I mean, at least 1,000 cases for individuals.
Okay. And what did you normally do in those cases, though?
Yeah, so we have sued for various types of delays, denials of benefits, denials of green cards for wrongful reasons. I mean, whatever it might be, we've taken a look at those cases and found causes of action, and I think truly benefit people who are not in good situation. Like I said, we've done this thousands of times for individuals.
Stephen, have you done any of the things where people have sued for the 221G? Have you taken anybody particularly?
Yeah, I actually just filed one this morning. And, it's obviously in the very early stages, but our litigation team has done these cases. We've had good results so far.
I'm not in USA. I just applied for the H-1B, went for stamping there. Do I have a right to go to the federal court in USA, though?
Yes. So, absolutely. Between you and me, we can do everything electronically. All of our filings are done online. And then we'll have jurisdiction with these cases in various courts. If you've got property in the U.S., we can find it there, but D.C. is always available with Department of State.
Does my employer has to agree for me to sue the Department of State?
No, I would love for your employer to be involved if they can. I think it adds more to the harm with a U.S. employer that's being harmed by these delays, but they don't have to be. The DS-160, your visa stamp, that's only you. It's different than the H-1B where you're just a third party to it. You don't really have too many rights, although that gets into a different question as well. But with the DS-160 and the visa, that's you. We don't have to have your employer.
Explain the process to me, Stephen. Let's say, for example, I'm in India, I got stuck. I'm traveling there for my H-1B extension stamp and they issued a 221G. And then now I come to you and we both agree that, okay, let's sue the government. What is the process involved and how long normally it takes? Now, of course, sometimes it may take a longer time and shorter time, but generally how long normally?
Yeah, so once we file the lawsuit, we'll serve the government then, within a week usually. And once they're served with the lawsuit, they have 60 days to respond to that lawsuit. My hope is that they adjudicate it. They make a decision within that 60 days. But if they want to fight on the case at that 60th day, we're ready for that. And we'll keep pushing on the case until, we either don't have any ammunition left or you get a result that there's a decision on your case.
How do people get in touch with you, Stephen, if somebody wants to take it to the court or consider it as an option to take it to the court?
Yes, you can email me at Steven, Steven, at rnlawgroup.com or our general email at info@rnlawgroup.com. You can also always set up an appointment at appointments.rnlawgroup.com. And all this information is at the bottom of the video.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I think one thing I do want to address is retaliation. People are very fearful of being retaliated. They're going to deny my DS-160. I'm never going to get a green card if I sue the government. And that's simply not true. Like I said, we've taken thousands of these cases, and we certainly wouldn't take these cases if we thought that they would have negative impact. One, it's likely unlawful for the government to retaliate against you. And two, I don't think they're organized enough to retaliate. So don't have that fear.
Anything else, Stephen?
No, if you're in these situations, I think it's time to push back and not just be passive and waiting. We don't know how long 221Gs might wait, so let's push back.
Thank you very much for tuning in.